In the heart of London, where the streets are often lined with luxury vehicles, it takes something truly extraordinary to turn heads. For seasoned car enthusiasts, the sight of C63s, Cullinans, and Urus models has become almost routine. However, a recent viral sensation has shattered that monotony, bringing a forgotten classic back into the spotlight. This is the story of a Mercedes-Benz Ponton transformed into a high-performance marvel, blending vintage aesthetics with the raw power of modern engineering. The tale begins on a typical summer afternoon in Knightsbridge, a neighborhood known for its luxury car sightings. Car spotters, always on the lookout for something unique, were gathered in anticipation of witnessing the startup of a McLaren Senna. Amidst this anticipation, the distinctive growl of an M156 engine cut through the air, a sound that could only be produced by the legendary 6.2-liter V8 AMG engine. Curiosity piqued, one of the spotters, already well-versed in identifying such engines, decided to investigate. However, despite his efforts, the source of the roar remained elusive. There were no visible cars that matched the sound, a conundrum given the unmistakable auditory signature of the M156 engine. Just as he was about to abandon the search, the sound erupted again, this time coinciding with the movement of traffic. The mystery was finally solved when an unassuming black vehicle, initially mistaken for a typical London black cab, revealed itself. This was no ordinary car. It was a Mercedes-Benz Ponton, but with a twist. This car was far from standard. The all-black Ponton, dressed in a shade of darkness that seemed to absorb light, was the source of the M156 engine's growl. As the spotter's camera began recording, little did he know that the footage would soon take the internet by storm, accumulating over 20 million views within a week. The internet buzzed with speculation, but one thing was certain. This was not just a restoration of a classic car, it was something far more audacious. Determined to uncover the story behind this unique vehicle, the spotter tracked down the company responsible for the build, Extreme Motors, a small but renowned automotive workshop based in Mitcham, southwest London. The owner, Ivo, shared the backstory of the project, revealing a journey that began during the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2020, when the world was grappling with lockdowns and economic uncertainty, Ivo found himself with an abundance of time and a shortage of projects. Having grown up in a family-run garage in Bulgaria, Ivo was no stranger to the world of cars. His father's business had instilled in him a passion for mechanics, and by the early 2000s, Ivo had migrated to London, where he initially worked as a street mechanic. Over the years, he saved enough to open his own garage, and after 23 years, he had established one of the most respected car and motorcycle specialist centers in southwest London. With the lockdowns bringing business to a halt, Ivo needed a project to keep himself occupied. He acquired an old, rusted Mercedes-Benz Ponton for a bargain, with the idea of turning it into something special. At the same time, he stumbled upon a 2012 Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Coupe W 204 being sold at a significant discount. After some negotiation, Ivo purchased the C63 AMG for £17,000, a price well below its market value. The transaction itself was as unusual as the times. Due to COVID fears, the seller, wrapped head to toe in protective gear, refused to meet in person, opting instead to conduct the exchange through a window. Back at his workshop, with the Ponton and C63 AMG side by side, Ivo began to conceptualize a project that would merge the two vehicles into one. The idea was to combine the classic elegance of the 1961 Mercedes-Benz Ponton with the raw power and modern technology of the 2012 C63 AMG. What followed was a meticulous process that involved stripping both cars down to their bare essentials. The first step was to separate the Ponton's shell from its original chassis. This was no small feat, as the process required extensive modifications and precise craftsmanship. Meanwhile, the team at Extreme Motors was busy dismantling the C63 AMG, removing its body parts while retaining the chassis, engine, and all electronics. In an unconventional approach, Instead of simply transplanting the C63 AMG's powertrain into the Ponton, Ivo decided to fit the Ponton's body onto the C63 AMG's chassis. This required significant modifications, including the creation of new pillars and the installation of a fully welded and bolted roll cage to ensure structural integrity. The end result was a seamless integration of the two vehicles, creating a hybrid that retained the soul of both the classic Ponton and the modern AMG. The interior of the finished car is a stark contrast to its vintage exterior. Stripped of extra insulation and padding, the interior is largely bare, save for the seats and dashboard from the C63 AMG. The absence of airbags is compensated by a 6-point harness system, and the car's reduced weight gives it an agility that even the original C63 AMG could not match. On the road, the Ponton 63 AMG behaves like a modern performance car. The torque is instantaneous, and the car is capable of impressive acceleration with multiple wheel spins if the driver is too eager on the throttle. In comfort mode, it cruises quietly, but switch to Sport or Sport Plus mode, and the beast within awakens, delivering a driving experience that is both thrilling and unmistakably AMG. The question remains, what do you call such a creation? Is it a Ponton project or a C63 AMG project? In truth, it is both, a fusion of two cars that now coexist in a single extraordinary vehicle. This unique blend of past and present has captivated car enthusiasts worldwide, and the story of the Ponton 63 AMG is a testament to the ingenuity and passion that drives the automotive world forward, even in the most challenging of times.